Welcome back to We'll Talk About It. I'm Sylv.
And I'm Rose Mortel, and this week we'll be reviewing episode 4 of Drag Race Down Under.
I was just going to talk about, after Coco went home and they go back in the workroom, Elektra is like super disappointed.
She's like really upset with herself. She really felt like it was her week to shine with her dancing.
I don't understand when the queens, they're good at one specific thing, they're always like, oh, this is my week. I'm going to win this. Where it's like, you saw like Gottmik, I guess, is like a fashion queen, but she won like the comedy challenge and like all the other things that she didn't expect to win.
Exactly. It's like you're on Drag Race, you're supposed to be showing that you have the range.
Yeah, she'll be winning everything. So Elektra was super disappointed, and she said she doesn't really know what the judges want her to do. And then etc. said, well, they pretty much said you don't really have much of a taste level.
Yeah, and I was like,
Who here is confident?
I'm not after this week. I know what they don't like, but I'm really not sure what they want me to be bringing with my style.
The judges, I mean, their critiques kind of say that they don't think you have much of a taste level.
Fuck me. Jesus Christ, etc. I'm very confused, but...
Well, next time you get dressed from the runway, I'll do a head to toe and let you know.
Savage.
yeah.
They just like get to the point.
Elektra either needed to step it up this week or go home, because you can only be in the bottom to how many weeks in a row?
Yeah.
Before it's like, okay, like, you're not improving. How many chances have you had? Like,
And I guess that's what happened the next day, because when she came back in the workroom, she wasn't as disappointed anymore. She was more like, she wanted to prove to everybody else that she can do it.
yeah, her change in attitude, I was happy to see it, but I was also just like, let's talk. Fucking show us then, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She's like name dropping. I've danced for that and them and J-Lo and this person. And then she was just like, I think I was in the bottom because I did too good. And I was like,
And they're like, if you did too good, you wouldn't have been in the bottom.
exactly.
I understand what they're saying, but I don't know. I don't know if I sympathize with Elektra or if I relate to her, because I feel like she does have what it takes. It's just she's not there yet.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, of course, in like Canada's Drag Race and Drag Race UK and Drag Race Down Under, like, we see less of this, but like the runways and the amount of money these girls have to put out before they even go on the show is ridiculous. And I really don't think people realize, like, she probably spent all her money that she had on the drag that she brought.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it feels like it's a bit classist with the whole situation of how Drag Race goes these days. And I absolutely hate it, because there's many good drag queens who could be on Drag Race, but probably can't afford to front all that money when they don't know how far they're gonna get. They don't know if the risk is, you know, if there's gonna be reward for that risk. I really hate it when that happens, because Elektra, I think, well, as we saw this week, she has proven herself, but I really just think with her looks and stuff, I just think she didn't have the same budget as these other girls did. Unfortunately, which really sucks.
It's so disappointing, because if you look at the earlier seasons of Drag Race, it wasn't like this as much. It was more about like the challenges and like proving yourself rather than just how expensive your costumes are.
I also feel like they used to do like way more design challenges.
Yeah.
Which I like, because that like gives a chance for, you know, the girls to like make stuff, and at that point it's fair game, because they have the same resources, they have the same fabrics and machines and the same amount of time to create things. So I feel like it's more fair that way.
Yeah, there used to be like sometimes even 3 or 4 design challenges in a season.
I know, I feel like there's like maybe 2, sometimes
Yeah.
just 1. Like
when they do the design challenges, I feel like if you're a successful drag queen, then you should be successful in the design challenges, because it's at the end of the day, it's like all art.
exactly.
So if you're a good artist, then even if you don't know how to sew, then
Oh
you
yeah,
can-
we've seen people like excel at the design challenge, literally like hot gluing a whole outfit before.
yeah.
So you don't even need to know how to sew.
Hmm.
Although I still don't understand people who go to Drag Race without having like no sewing knowledge, but you know.
I don't like, what happens if you like rip your episode of your costume and then you don't know how to fix it?
I know, right? I'm just like,
Maxie said that she didn't know how to sew, but she took lessons before
yeah,
coming to Drag Race.
I would
But she's not a fucking idiot.
yeah, I would definitely do that.
I'm not a sewer, but I got onto RuPaul's Drag Race, so I took fucking lessons. Because I'm not an absolute idiot.
And then also in the workroom, I was kind of disappointed at etc. for going so hard on Elektra.
I know.
Like, I understand if you're giving like friendly advice, but she was just straight up like just reading her out of nowhere.
I was like, oh, it's a bit harsh. But also, like, I'm glad that etc. like just stuck to what they said and wasn't trying to make excuses for it. Like, because you know they were getting like a little bit attacked on like social media for it, and they're
Really?
pretty much just like, I'm a bitch. Like, if you don't like that, then whatever. Like,
I feel like it didn't make me like etc. less.
Mhm.
It just made me kind of, I guess I just don't like confrontation, so maybe like uncomfortable.
yeah, bitch, I feel that.
But like people, like if you can confront people like that, like go ahead,
Yeah.
do your thing.
I would cry at the thought of saying anything
Yeah.
to anybody.
Because Electra was like, and how do you feel about being safe 3 times? And then etc. was like, I feel good.
Yeah,
Like I'm not doing anything bad.
exactly. Honestly, if I was on Drag Race and I was just like safe until the finale, or like safe most of the way through and then went home, like I'd be content with it, to be fair. Like, especially with the level of drag that's on Drag Race these days, I'd just be like, as long as I don't go home like first or second, I'd be
Mhm.
like,
Did you want to talk about the next day? Well, I guess it's the gag of the season, the second gag. Rue announces they're doing the garbage to fashion design challenge. He was saying a bunch of stuff like second chances or whatever, and
Yeah.
one man's trash is another queen's treasure.
and then the pit crew bring in the big ol' freaking box of things, and who pops up other than the one and only Art Simone?
One man's treasure is another queen's trash. Someone's a trash.
Why was I like so disappointed to see her back, but also like kind of happy?
Honestly, same.
Happy for her.
Mm-hmm.
Disappointed in the show on how they brought her back. JoJo should have been the one to come back out of all of them, especially with the fact of the lack of racial diversity in the show to begin with. And then both the queens of color are some of the first 3 out.
Yeah.
And then you decide to bring back the one white queen who got out second, and literally for no reason. It's not like she fought her way back into the show or anything. And it's like, you couldn't have brought like maybe all 3 of them back and then like made them fight for it, keep one, like something. I'm just like, this isn't hate at like Art Simone, because like it obviously wasn't her decision. This is just like hate at the show, because like, what the fuck?
I didn't like the way like Hush just popped out of the garbage, and I'm a huge fan of her, but I think what should have happened is she shouldn't have gone home, and then JoJo should have been brought back.
Yes, JoJo got to show her talent and her range the least out of all of them. So it's like, if anyone should have got a chance to come back and show more, it should have been her, because she got eliminated off one challenge, one runway, like one look. So there was no mini challenge this week, hey?
No.
Just went straight into the maxi.
Yes, because I guess they need more time. I wrote down Electra was like pissed. She was like tearing apart the kangaroos.
Yeah.
And then Art was like, tell them how you really feel.
Also, I kind of hated that, like, I mean, there's always like one bitch with this type of design every season that will literally take everything, not use like any of it, and then not share any of it.
That's very petty.
Yeah. But to be fair, she had every right to do that. I would do that too.
I was gonna say that I would probably do the same thing.
Like, I would do that even if they didn't cross me. And they fucking crossed her, so I would have just fucking been a bitch and been like, nope, can't have it.
And then Anita she said she loves to sew, but sewing doesn't love her.
Yeah, I feel that.
And it was so sad because she was so excited and so positive about what she was making.
And then it just fucking turned to shit real fast.
Because in the beginning, she was like using like red fabric, and like Kita was helping her. Anita was like, oh, I just want this to be over. Like, I'm so stressed. And Kita was like, it's gonna be okay. I was sad, but it was nice to see their like friendship.
Yeah, because they're like sisters, right?
Mm-hmm. Rue comes in and talks with like each of them individually. Did you have any highlights or favorites or worst?
I thought Electra's like first concept of like the kangaroo killer was like, it was a bit much, and I hated it. And yeah, I'm really glad that she changed her concept, because it was not looking good.
No.
It was gonna look really cheap, so I'm glad that I don't know how she interpreted what RuPaul said and used it to change her outfit, because Rue didn't say much, but I'm glad she changed her concept after.
I've sent 2 Aussie queens home, so I'm gonna try and be the kangaroo hunter.
The judges asked Electra to really step it up and show them a different glamorous side of her. And she thinks it's gonna be a kangaroo hunter?
Because she showed like the little sketch, and I was like,
Yeah, I was like, that looks like a transformer.
yeah, it did. And then RuPaul was like, oh, I don't want to take you off your track. Like, do what you want to do.
Yeah, but it's like,
Mm-hmm. And then Electra was like, I'm gonna do something completely different.
and thank God for that, because otherwise, I think she would have went home.
I wrote down Maxi was one of the observations, because she decided to use a non-stretch fabric.
And I know those bags, and I've made an outfit out of bags that are that material, like IKEA
Really?
bag.
Oh yeah.
You can, but it's kind of hard to sew it. I was really scared for her, especially being a big girl, because I relate to that also, because I know when I made my outfit out of those bags, I did something super basic.
Like, I was scared for her, but I also kind of like trusted her because she was so confident.
Yeah.
Also, Anita was talking to Rue, and then she said that she's in the Navy.
Yeah.
And she plays the trumpet in the Navy band. So that's so cute. I think the only thing that I wrote down was when they were getting ready, and then I think it was Art brought up the fact that like when fans see you out of drag, they're disappointed.
Yeah.
Which I've never felt, because nobody ever recognizes me out of drag.
I've felt that.
Really? All the time when you go to the grocery store.
Yeah, it's hard. I have had people who like found out I'm an AFAB queen, and they get like disappointed.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
awful.
one time I was at Club 200 and there was like a poster. I wasn't in drag, and there was a poster up and in the bathroom for a show I was doing. And the girl was like looking at the posters, whatever. We were just like bantering at the sinks when we were washing our hands. And she was like, oh, Rose Mortel. Oh, she's like my favorite local queen. And I was like, girl, that's me.
Yeah.
And like, I literally thought she was gonna like fucking attack me because she got like so angry that she's like, you're fucking lying. Like, she's not that. She's not one of those queens and all this stuff. And I was like, that's me, but okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Or I've had like talk to people after performances and they're like, oh, I thought you were a real drag queen. And I'm just like,
bitch, I am.
Thank you. But yeah, I don't know that feeling, but I could imagine that's rough. Okay, not that this is like that relatable to like what the queens went through, but like I've been at the club like for an event or something not in drag, and like people will think I'm in drag. That is fucking insulting to me. And another drag queen said that to me one night. There was a drag show and it was like open call, and I literally had to come from work, so I wasn't like wearing anything that crazy. I wasn't wearing a wig or anything. And this drag queen came up to me and was like, oh girl, are you performing tonight? And I said, do I look like I'm in fucking drag to you? And she's like, well, I don't know, it's the same difference, right? And I was like, it's like, you would not say that to like a man who does drag, so why the fuck would you say that to me?
Yeah.
I don't go out like this.
No. Oh my god, what?
It's just the little things where I'm just like, what the fuck?
The only thing that's happened to me is sometimes people confuse me with either Contessa or Jared.
How?
I don't know. Oh, you know what happened one time? Someone came up to me and they started talking about Dragging the Peg. They were like, you're such an amazing photographer. And I was like, I love your photos. I love your podcasts. And I was
like, thank you?
I think so.
And I was like, what do you even do in that situation? Like, sometimes by the time you realize that people think you're someone else, you're just like, it's too late. It's too late. Gotta go with it. So, first up, for runway looks, we have Miss Anita Wiglet.
Anita.
What did you think about her look?
Controversial opinion. I really liked it.
Me too.
She made this out of like VHS tapes and books.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me?
I thought it looked amazing. And like, I love that she was doing like a media concept, like she said. I think it translated well. And like, the judges were critiquing it like mainly based on construction, saying like, okay, yeah, it's a good concept. We've had similar concepts before. But they were saying the construct of this one was weak and that it would fall apart. I wasn't getting that at all, though.
No. And the hair was so good with it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she's had some interesting hair moments.
Yeah, definitely has.
But this one is really pretty.
Yeah. I loved it. I should have been the top.
I think so. Or at least safe.
At least safe.
People have done book looks, but no one's done like a burnt book.
Exactly.
So next we have Art Simone in her little Marie Antoinette inspired pink playhouse, Barbie playhouse moment.
I'm obsessed. You already know I'm obsessed with this look. Like, I thought it was amazing. Like, all the details and the hair and the makeup. Stunning.
Don't understand how she made this out of garbage.
I know, right?
Like, they must have had stuff in there, like just like fabric or like shirts or something.
I think they did, because it was like a op shop garbage type challenge, right?
I love the cut of the dress, like how short it was.
Yeah,
Where like your coochie is almost out.
it's so cute.
I also saw in her story before she came into Drag Race, she also didn't know how to sew. I think.
Wow.
I just saw on Instagram how she said she made like some of her first dresses before she got on Drag Race, and she worked with like a seamstress, and they figured out like the perfect dress pattern for her body,
Wow.
like when she's padded and cinched and everything.
That's smart, honestly.
And that's what she used for this.
So, next for the runways, we have Miss Electra.
Shock.
What did you think about her outfit for the runway?
I like that she did this.
Me too.
I'm conflicted because it's not the best, but for Electra, it's like the best she's done yet.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I'm just like amazed.
I really liked it, and like again, I don't think it was like the best of the week or anything, but like for her, it's one of the best looks she's done.
Mhm.
And I really like just the shape and the like kind of concept for it. I thought it was really cute
Oh my god, I love the wig so much.
that she wore.
The orange wig.
Yeah, it was cute. I don't think I'd ever personally wear it, but
It's like a can I speak to a manager?
yeah, it's not my vibe, but I liked it.
After Electra, we have etc. etc. Their Goddess of Harvest lilac moment.
Yeah.
Is it your fave?
I really liked it, and I do not think this look was deserving of being in the bottom. But I also agree with the judges that like the bottom part of the outfit could have used like a bit more fabric, like a bit more kind of like finishing touches. But overall, I thought it was one of the best. Like I thought it was gorgeous. I mean, I do understand that it was a design challenge, so that's probably why they were like a bit harsh with like how unfinished the bottom was, but I didn't think it was as bad as they were making it out to be.
I think the judges' problem might have been that they thought it was too simple. Like drag can be minimalistic too.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be like all busy, crazy, camp like all the time.
Yeah.
Like look at the shit Rue wears.
I really liked etc.'s look. I agree the bottom I think looks unfinished, but the whole concept and the wig with the little like halo,
Yeah.
it's really pretty.
Next up, we have Miss Ketamine.
Does that mean something, ketamine?
You know, like ketamine.
What is that?
You don't know what ketamine is?
Is it a drug?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like a horse tranquilizer. It's not so popular here. It's like really popular in like the UK. Yeah.
Do people use it?
Pardon?
People like inject it?
I don't know how they take it. I want to say that it's like a IV type drug.
But it like puts horses like out?
I think so.
Then why would... What? What does it do to humans?
Makes you lie. I don't know. Now I want to search like what are the effects of ketamine.
Because I was so confused about her name. I'm too pure, I guess. Don't know about these things. Ketamine. Ketamine. Kedar.
Make you feel dreamlike and detached, chilled, relaxed, and happy. Can also make you confused or nauseated, and it alters your perception of reality and time.
Wow. Should do one together for next episode.
I know, right? So, what did did you think of Miss look?
I think it's safe.
I agree. Like, how the fuck was she not in the bottom? And how was etc. in the bottom compared to her? Like, she has like fucking black zip ties sticking out of everything.
That's true.
But I also agree with what Kita said, that she like really sold it on the runway.
That's what made it safe for me. Is her like presentation.
Yeah, and I do love the concept of it. Like, don't get me wrong, but it also felt unfinished to me. This feels more unfinished than etc's. I think the judges are also like evaluating that there was a bit more maybe to Kita's outfit, and so based on that and how she presented it and like sold it on the runway.
I feel like I saw the black zip ties, but then I didn't even like realize that those are black zip ties, and now I don't like it as much.
Next, we have Maxi Shield.
Does that mean anything? It's like a maxi pad.
See, that's what I thought, but I don't know. I don't think so.
This is when we get roasted.
Yeah, absolutely. We absolutely are.
A maxi shield is when an Australian windshield gets maximized. I don't know.
It's actually like, you know, something very meaningful to Australians, and I can't believe you don't know the colors of the flag. We're gonna make like a drama video for the GUI's channel one day, and it's gonna be like something about like Drag Race Holland.
Yeah. Oh, why we stopped singing?
Comment. Yeah. It's just gonna be that comment.
Oh, to be organic. Look out for it soon. Controversial issue. Why Rose Mortel and Sylv had to end filming.
Yeah. What did you think of Miss Maxi Shield's runway look?
I think compared to her other looks, this is like very different for Maxi, and I like that.
Me too. And I love it. Like, again, this is hard material to work with. And I think the outfit's super cute. I think you could tell that like it had no stretch to it when she was walking. Yeah. But it wasn't like, it was a good choice that it only went to the knee because it didn't necessarily like affect it so much. But I think just knowing about that fabric and stuff, you could kind of tell that her walk was a bit stiff, but
yeah,
that was very minor considering how amazing she looked and how cool the outfit was.
Like, if they didn't show the part where they said it's stiff fabric, I wouldn't have even realized her walk was different.
I agree.
It was very minimal, but it's not even just like a top and a skirt. There's like so much detail in it. And she made a purse.
You did. Yeah.
It's like, go Maxi.
Stunning. Everything about it. Yeah, wasn't there a bit of drama on Tucked Lounge?
I guess the biggest drama was etc's like tantrum.
Honestly, I felt that for them because I would have also been like, what the fuck?
The fact that like etc. has been safe for 3 weeks, so this was their first time getting critique.
Yeah.
And then
just like bullshit.
Yeah. And for like the first time to be getting something negative, like I wouldn't just be like calm after that.
So then Scarlett won.
Art and Maxi were in the top, but then they were safe.
And safe.
Along with Elektra and Kita.
So then that left etc. Karen and Anita in the bottom 3. And then etc. was saved. So it was Karen and Anita, and they lip synced to a song by Danny Minute.
Yeah. I begin to wonder. Unfortunately, Anita Wiglet is eliminated.
Yes. Just very sad because I didn't even think she deserved to be in the bottom in the first place. But
I agree, and it was very interesting because from the first episode, I didn't gravitate towards her as much, but now I'm so sad to see her go.
I think there's gonna be like different kind of energy. Like she really brought like that kind of like hype and like manic energy to
Mm-hmm.
the episodes. So yeah, I'm really sad to see her go.
Yeah, she was so positive all the time.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the end of the episode.
Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. My name is Rose Mortel, and you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Rose_Mortel.
And my name is Sylv, and you can find me on Instagram at the.sylv. Thanks for coming to the GWise YouTube channel, and catch us next week where we review episode 5, Drag Race Down Under.